Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first update in my skincare project pan. Super excited to be sharing this update with you all today, and sorry for its tardiness. My work-life balance or lack thereof has been non-existent, honestly, this past month or so. I am just crazy busy with work and I'm working well beyond the standard 9 to 5, and so really just trying to squeeze like things that make me happy in between all the working, and obviously like spending time with my kids, which is my #1 priority. So it's been a little bit crazy over here, and I think you all know when my life gets crazy, unfortunately this channel takes a little bit of a back seat just because I need to, make sure everything else is settled and my career is good and my family's good, and then I can come back here and film for you all. Don't worry, I've continued to be panning and using my products so that I do have updates for you. It's just actually sitting down to film those updates and then edit them that sometimes I find very challenging, but I am just as invested as I always am. I just have been, a little behind. Sorry for that, and I know all of you will be like, it's okay, which I love and appreciate you for saying, but I did not want to just come back after not really posting anything for a little while and just not acknowledge that fact. I feel like I need to say something, and so that's kind of just where we're at. But that being said, I do have an update for you all today. It's been enlightening doing this project, I will say. I do have an empty, which means I get to roll it out and roll something new in its place, which I'm really excited about. But I also feel like then other than that, the progress has not been what I wanted it to be. And the fact that there's progress at all is amazing, because without this project pan, there would be no progress on any of these products. I fully admit that. So the fact that we've made progress in general is great. Even with doing this project, I fear that I have not made the progress that I thought I was going to. So we'll talk about that in this video, and hopefully we'll see more next month. So I'm gonna start first with my empty. This is the Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask, and I finished this up in 3.5 uses, I would say. This one was a bit challenging because it was so dried out, so I kind of just was putting it here across my face and doing the best that I could with what was left in here. I don't have much to say about it since I rolled it into this project, because I just don't think it was living up to its full potential, because it was kind of already on its way out. When this was fresh, I did really enjoy using it for the tightening of the pores, although when you rinsed this one, I felt like your face was really tight and dry, so it was very important to moisturize after. And I think it had a time and a place in my collection, but now that I'm getting older, I feel like I'd rather spend more of my money and time using masks that are more for moisturizing and anti-aging, as opposed to one that's more focused on pore cleansing. When I do go get facials, which I try to do once every month or once every other month, obviously they do extractions, and I feel like that kind of covers my pores, and I'd rather spend my time at home using something more moisturizing for my face. So I don't think I would repurchase this, but I'm glad that I took the time and finally used it up, because otherwise if I wouldn't have used it, I wouldn't have gotten any more usage out of this. It would have just dried out and I would have had to throw it away. So I'm glad I was at least able to clear it out. Next is my Loving Tan Tanner. I only used this one time this month, but again, it was one time more than I would have if it wasn't in this project. I want to try something new though when using it. So normally I use the mitt that it comes with, but I want to try putting on tanner with gloves, because I've heard that actually gets it much deeper into your skin. You end up getting a better tan with that. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. I've never tried it. I felt like this didn't last on me as long as some other tanners that I have. I'm happy that I got the one use on it. I certainly don't think I could be getting tons of use on a tanner in a month. I'd really have to, I think the max that I could probably get is 3 times in a month. We'll see what we can do over the next 6 months or so to get this one used up. I feel like when you do tan though, you do end up using a decent amount of product. So we'll see how long it actually takes me to finish up, even if I'm only doing it 1 or 2 times a month. Next product is this glazed donut aftershave oil. I use this 6 times and we are almost done. I think probably 2 more uses, maybe 3 more uses, and it will be done. I only used this oil when I showered at night because I was putting it obviously on my legs, and if I was showering in the morning and getting ready for work, it was gonna be like greasy. The only times that I thought like it made sense for me to use this is when I showered in the evening and then put on jammies. Right now I'm more of like a shower in the morning person, so 6 times was kind of where we landed, although I don't know if I used it every time I showered in the evening, but most of them this month. And I'm happy with the progress. I won't have to use this much more to get it empty, and the fact that I was able to devote the time to use it up, I'm thrilled about, because otherwise, like I've said, and this, again, I'm gonna keep repeating it, but had I not rolled all of these products into this project, I would not use them at all. I don't know if it actually does what it claims to do. The whole point of this is it's an aftershave oil, and like I think the idea is that it leaves your skin smoother, you avoid like razor bumps and ingrown hairs. I think I've talked about this a lot. I'm very prone to ingrown hairs, which is one of the reasons I think I picked this up in the first place. I don't know if it's doing anything for that, but maybe I'm not using it frequently enough anyway. So all that to say, I think using it as like an oil, which is really what I'm focused on, so more of like the moisturization effects, has been great, and I'm excited to get this one used up. Next is the Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Gel Exfoliant. So I use this one 3 times, and every time I use it, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I should do it more. My skin feels so amazing and soft after, but there's just something about washing your face and then having to put something else on and rinse something else off, for me at least, that just feels like such an extra effort. And it's crazy because like it's really not that much more of an effort, but the fact that I like wash my face and then would have to kind of rinse it again makes me not want to pull for this. So I am glad that I got 3 uses on it, because something that I feel like I have to convince myself to do, but then after I use it, my face feels amazing. Like putting on my moisturizer after using this product, it feels luxurious because my face is so soft. So I'm definitely gonna work on upping that number a little bit next month. I don't think we can go too crazy, obviously, because it's an exfoliant, but I think 5 to 6 uses in a month would be good for this. There's still a ton of product in here, so we got some time before we're gonna use this one up. But really happy that I rolled it in to get those 3 uses. Now I just need to, you know, push myself past my laziness and get some more on this over the next few months. All right, and then my last product is my Strivectin Anti-Wrinkle Intensive Eye Cream. This I should have used like literally 30 times, because I could use this every night, I could use it in the morning, and I only used it 6 times. So this one I think was like a big fail because it's too easy to use. I just kept forgetting about it and not using it. And so I can definitely work harder to just make sure this is like a part of my regular morning and evening skincare routine, instead of something that I'm like remembering on the side and then doing. And so I think once I do that and just like make this more of like a constant in the rotation, I will have much better luck at seeing more progress on here. Obviously it's such a small container that I think we'll be able to finish it rather quickly, even though I don't use that much obviously when I'm putting it on my skin. Nonetheless, like there's not a ton of product in here, so I just need to like think about it, and just I have these like regular parts of my skincare routine. I just need to make this one of them, and then I think we'll probably move through it rather quickly. I have other eye creams in my collection then that I would like to roll in and use those up as well. So definitely need to do a little bit better on this one. So since I finished my clay mask, I wanted to roll another product in to replace that, and I decided that I wanted to roll in another mask. The one that I chose is this Andalou Naturals Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. Now, I've had this for a long time and I've never used it. So first of all, I opened it today to like make sure it looks right, and it does. It smells fine, so we are all good there. I also was like, I have no idea what this mask is supposed to do. So luckily it says it on the back. It says brightening. Curious to see how this works. I want to look up how often to use this, but I'm excited to roll this one in because it's something, like I said, that I've never used before, and it's been sitting in my collection for a while. So I think this will be good. Hopefully get some good usage on this one as well, and just continue to work through many of the products that have been in my collection for so long. I think I talked about I had a lot of these products just sitting in my daily skincare drawer hoping that I would use them, and I wasn't. So now I'm definitely devoting time for them. And then under the sink in my bathroom, I also have this other another storage unit that has additional skincare. So that's where I pulled this one from. So I definitely want to be making my way through that, so I don't have all of this extra stuff that's more of like these specialty products that I'm not using on a regular basis. I feel like I do very well in my skincare with like my face washes and my serums, and for the most part my lotions, but it's kind of like all this other stuff that I'm not doing as well with. So that is why I decided to even make this project in the first place. And I am excited that we're continuing to see progress and I've hit my first empty. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video and liked getting to see the update and all the progress, please give it a thumbs up. And also please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.